In this session, I want to give you a few external resources that you can reference as you continue your learning journey for ISO 42001 and artificial intelligence, generally speaking. There's a couple really important ones. So number one is ISO 22989. This is called AI Concepts and Technology. And what it's really helpful is just defining terms. There's a ton of great terms in here. Like, for example, if you didn't understand what AI impact assessment was, or you didn't understand what supervised machine learning is versus AI, and so on and so forth, there's so many terms that are defined in this document that if you're looking for a really good and comprehensive vocabulary lesson, I think this is an invaluable resource. So I would highly recommend downloading that and reading through it. The next resource I want to turn your attention to is the NIST AI Risk Management Framework. This is a free risk management framework. In spirit, it has a lot of similarities to ISO 42001, but it is using more NIST-based terminology. So if you're looking for an alternate framework to 42001 to manage AI-related risk, I would highly recommend reading the AI Risk Management Framework. There's also some unique concepts that 42001 doesn't really touch on. So if you just want a more comprehensive look, you want something to compare it to, check out NIST. Very much worth your time to do that. The third thing I want to turn your attention to is just some more guidance on AI impact assessments. I give you a very simplistic overview of what an AI impact assessment is, but what you really want is that full in-depth look at it. And there is a draft ISO standard, ISO 42005, that is in progress. Maybe by the time you watch this, it'll be fully developed. I believe you can get a draft version of that right now. But it further defines what an AI impact assessment looks like, how to think about that, how to execute one. And then the last resource that I really want to point you to is an internal Risk 360 resource. We have a 3-part white paper series on ISO 42001 that I think will be super helpful for you to further understand some core concepts, as well as to be able to share it with your colleagues or internal stakeholders. Part 1 will be diving deep on a business case for ISO 42001. We'll talk through some reasons that it would not make sense for you to pursue certification, and then also cases where it very much would make sense for you to pursue certification and how to think about return on investment on a certification like this. Then the second white paper, we're going to talk through in depth the certification process. I gave you a very high level overview of that 3-step process, but this white paper will take a deep dive into what to expect and how to prepare. And then lastly, part 3 in this series covers the full framework overview. Again, I gave you a pretty high level overview of the aims, the management system, as well as the 38 controls. This white paper will break that down in detail and give you commentary on the controls and the framework itself, and some other resources that you can read to, linking out to videos and other resources. And I think it's a great supplement to the framework itself, as well as Annex B, the implementation guidance. So I hope this 3-part white paper series is really helpful for you. If you go to the risk360.com website and then click the resources tab and look at white papers, you'll find these white papers there. So I hope all of these resources I just talked through are really helpful for you and helps you kind of think through some additional things that you can think about as you want to continue your journey. And next up, I'm going to close out this series with one important ask, and I look forward to seeing you there.